You ever record yourself playing and think, that was awesome, but then like a week later, watch it back and say, not so much? Yeah, that happens to me like all the time. So, how do we actually know how good we are? Hey, it's Brandon, touring musician and online guitar mentor. I want to touch on a topic that's pretty tough for most players. It involves self-auditing, and in today's video, I'm breaking down the 6 pillars that I put together for every serious guitarist that not only wants to get a pretty good idea of where they're at, but how to grow from there. So real quickly, before we jump into these 6 pillars, I put together a completely free PDF just for you on how you can audit your guitar playing. It's got all 6 of these pillars on there with tons of information on how you can practice and push your playing to the next level. So go ahead, check the description box below and grab your free PDF on auditing yourself with these 6 pillars. Starting off with the first pillar, technique. This could be anything from your picking and legato to, say, your vibrato, to muting with your picking hand and fretting hand control, as we've talked about in so many episodes. So ask yourself, are my mechanics clean for what it is that I'm trying to say? I always tell all my students having great technique is only going to help you in facilitating whatever it is that you want to say and getting out of the way so you can just be the music. Pillar number 2 is going to be time and feel. And I honestly think this one's pretty overlooked. The truth is, when people listen to music, they want to groove, they want to feel something. And a lot of times we see this subconsciously with people nodding their head or moving their body, dancing, so on and so forth. So to me, it's super, super important that you develop a strong sense of timing and feel and how to manipulate that. So a great question you can ask yourself is, can I groove on my own? Or do I need a drummer? Can I make a riff or anything that I'm playing feel really good with a pulse? Let's take a stagnant chord here and just see if we can make it feel good. As opposed to maybe... That's not bad, I don't think, but it's certainly not as dynamic and doesn't have the pulse as this. The point of the matter there is that you're really in control of the pulse and dictating how the feel really is. The stronger you can get in this department, the more you're going to be in control of the audience or even yourself feeling it and grooving. Pillar number 3, fretboard mastery. If you're stuck in one box, or if you're purely just thinking about boxes, the chances are you're probably not free. And to me, fretboard mastery is having fluidity up and down the entire fretboard, being able to play in positions, all shapes, and all 12 key signatures. So ask yourself, can I move freely across the entire neck in any key signature and make it musical? Oftentimes, I'll just pick a key, let's say F sharp minor, and I'll just try to free flow through phrases across the entire neck. I believe this to be a really, really good approach overall, and it's something that I teach all of my private students to help them kind of free flow in and out of the different shapes on the fretboard, regardless of the scale or the key that you're actually in. Hey, so if you're digging these pillars that I'm giving you here, make sure you grab that completely free PDF that I put together. Link is in the description below. All of these pillars and that PDF are really going to help you understand where you're currently at, and they're going to help you push to that next level and a whole lot more. Cool. Let's jump back into this. Moving on to pillar number 4, ear and expression. I think this is where that crossroads is of where somebody's thinking like a guitar player or they're thinking like a musician. Thinking like a guitar player is running scales, how fast your fingers are moving, what are my fingers doing, and kind of being in your head about what's going on here. But being a musician is using your ear to guide you on what's next, thinking musically, having productive conversations, communicating with other musicians. So here's a couple quick tips for you in order to think a little bit more musically. I want you to tell me what interval you think that this is right here. Now, if you notice, I didn't put the camera on the guitar because I wanted you to just hear and identify the interval versus looking at the guitar. Those are two different things, right? So I played a minor third. This is another way that you can kind of train your ear. And learning more of that is going to guide you along the way musically when you're actually playing. So here's a tip for you in thinking expressively. Of course, we can walk into the room and go like this. And that's cool and all. There's some chops there. But if you want to think about phrasing and saying something with it, and then start bringing in some of that other stuff. To me, I found that second option to be far more expressive. And there really is no right or wrong with that, but my personal taste and my ear tells me that that's much more convincing than the other way. Pillar number 5, style fluency. Do you sound authentic in the styles that you're trying to play? Can you convincingly sell the vibe, or do you sound like someone who's trying to do that? So ask yourself this: would someone believe me if I said that I was a rock and blues guitar player? You got to be able to convincingly sell someone on that instantly. To me, it should be pretty evident right away when you start playing what style it is that you're selling. The takeaway there is just try to be as real as you can about the styles that you really want to showcase. Make it known right away who you are as a player, and that way nobody has a doubt in their mind, that's the guy. Finalizing now with pillar number 6, performance readiness. At the end of the day, what matters is can you deliver when it counts, whether that means live, when the red button is on when you're recording, when you're shooting videos, when your friends come over and they want you to jam, when you're playing for your family, or anything like that under pressure. Being able to deliver what it is you play is what matters. So ask yourself this and be completely honest. Do I sound as good live as when it's just me by myself? So these are the 6 pillars that I have for you in the auditing process. I know that it's extremely uncomfortable and it doesn't feel very good to do it, but it's something that I do myself constantly. If you can follow these 6 pillars, I guarantee you're going to see massive results on the guitar in a very, very short period of time. So make sure that you grab the completely free PDF that I created for you on those 6 pillars and how you can audit yourself, find out where you stand exactly, keep it real, and most importantly, how you can make those gains to get to the next level. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you dig what I'm putting out, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.